Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Andriana and hello to you. So today I'm going to talk about my March reset. So I recently saw a video of another YouTuber doing this and I was like, oh, this is something that I, sometimes do, but never really thought to, that would be good content, but apparently it is. So this is actually my second attempt at recording this video. I made this whole 28 minutes of this thing. Let me tell you, when I played it back on my computer and all I heard was static, I was so pissed. Not me spending half an hour for no reason. So here's attempt number 2. Let's hope for the best this time. And I did a sound check properly this time, so hopefully it works. So forgive me, for I have sinned. For my March reset, so I wrote it down in this book here, which you will see, on screen. I gave my title at the top and I put 3 different sections. So I put work, which is classified as like my day job, but also my businesses and my side hustles, including YouTube. And then under that I put finances, any financial goals that I have for this month. And then under that I put life, which is, just lifestyle changes, workout goals, mindfulness practices, just different things like that that don't really fall under, work or finances, just like how I live my life. So those are 3 different sections. And then at the bottom I put like my focus for the month. So I love to do different focuses for the month because I feel like it's a really good way to, when you have like a focus, it's a good reflection point. So whether your focus is like growth or to save money or to live your best life, I don't know what your focus is, but mine for March was expansion. So it's all about taking what's inside of me and expanding it to share with the rest of the world. And as I go into my different goals, you'll see what that expansion really means and how it shows itself up. So how I made my March reset goals is every New Year's Eve, my friends and I will create a vision board together. So it's either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. We will reflect on the vision board that we made last year, and just like talk about like our wins of the year, things that we could have done better, things that we want to leave behind, and things we want to take with us. So it's like a nice journal reflection thing, but also a nice manifestation thing for the year ahead. So I'll show you guys what mine looks like for this year. So you can see I have different themes at the top and then just different images of different goals that I have for the year. And then at the bottom is kind of like, I guess like the overall themes for the year, but also just things that I want to like really, really focus on. So I guess focus points and themes, which is like manifest, learning, and intuition. And so looking at my different things here, you'll see like a novel with a name on it, a lot of manifestation things, bonjour, learning French, roller skating. I have one for like my business in September beside it, so like wanting to work on my business full time by September. So just kind of looking at what my overall vision for the year is and then using that overall vision to create goals for this month. So under work, my first one is reach 500 YouTube subscribers. As of recording this, I'm at 346, I believe. 350, we can round up. So my goal by the end of the month is reach 500, which will, sub goal would be to post content more regularly. So trying posting at least once a week for this month. Just basically just getting into the habit of posting and just like, sometimes showing up looking like this. Sometimes just be like that. This is my work from home attire in my old bench sweater, got my sweatpants on. Like sometimes it just gotta be looking like this and just, getting over that perfection because this is it. This is real life. This is what I look like on a daily basis. So honestly, just like recording off the cuff in my fuzzy slippers and doing things like that and just creating fun content because people come for the content. The looks are just a bonus point. So that's the first goal I have. And then I also want to update my personal site because I've been doing a lot more yoga and meditation classes and just working with like bigger companies like MLSE and like TFC and leading them in mindfulness practices and stuff like that. But my personal site is just not the tea, Christine. And I'm doing a digital marketing course right now. It's like every aspect of what makes a good modern clean site. My site is just like, never mind, we'll just do not that. So I want to work on just cleaning up that site, helping people find the content or the information that they need right away, and just make a really seamless experience for people coming that want to work with me more, that want me to lead a yoga or meditation class for them. So just making a nice seamless experience there. I also, this is probably like my biggest goal for the month, is finish my work in progress novel. So this mainly goes to a past goal that I made in January, which was to start the novel. And I wanted to complete a novel in, I believe I gave myself 6 weeks. It might have been 2 months. So between 6 to 8 weeks, I can't remember exactly. But I'm like, I want to finish a novel within, let's round it up, 2 months. And like, boom, I started right there. So from January onwards, I plotted it. And right now I'm in the process of writing it out. I have like 10 chapters left, which is like the end of Act 2, beginning of or the rest of Act 3, like basically coming to the end of it. And it's gonna be a series. I already know that because I already like started plotting out some points that will fall into like the next 2 books. And yeah, my goal is just to finish it, and I think I'm well on my way to hit my goal of finishing it this month. And that's really exciting because my last work in progress took me 2 to 3 years. I think it was 2 years to actually like write the full thing out, and I've been drafting it, like going through different edits of drafts for the last like 3 years. Yeah, I finished it a long time ago and still editing it. So the fact that I was able to turn around a book in 2 months is crazy to me. And it's mostly because like of different things that I've read and just like a shift in my mindset that has helped me do that. So that's gonna be another video that I put out probably this month, because since I'm trying to do one a week, of just like different books that have helped me in my author journey and just like becoming an author, because I've been paid for my writing like many times in my adult life, but just becoming an author, like turning that writing into a book that people can hold, like that is my next step. So just kind of working towards that just by finishing the first draft of that work in progress. My next goal is to make $500 from outside my job. So that includes like YouTube. At first in my goals I was gonna do get monetized, but I'm like, get monetized in a month, girl. Let's be real. Let's calm down. Unless the algorithm all of a sudden loves you, that ain't happening in a month. So I'm just like, let me be humble, do 500. So it probably won't be coming from YouTube, but from like teaching more yoga, teaching more meditation, from like my businesses and different things like that. Trying to like get more money from different streams of income and diversify my income streams outside just a full-time job. And then that also goes to my next goal, which is double the income from my business. And I've never actually had a bad year for my business. It's called Black Yoga Society, and I work with Black yoga teachers, and we create live classes, on-demand content. There's a directory you can go to, and I'll put the link to everything in the description so you can check it out. But I've been really good at reaching different goals that I've had for the company in terms of just like brand awareness and opportunities that have come from that awareness. So my next step is just to continue to try and monetize it, just so I can like pay these teachers more. I want to do more things with them, do different workshops, and just create more opportunities within the community. So I want to double that income. Honestly, it'd be great if I could like quadruple it. And then my last one under work is new headshots and site photos, which goes to the second goal of updating my site, because updating my site with like old photos of me from when I was 18, 19, aka 10 years ago, is not going to cut it, honey. So I really want to take some new headshots and new site photos and kind of like, you know, build my personal brand, I guess is where I'm going with it. And just kind of like having cute photos that like show people what I do, and me yoga poses, me writing, and just kind of helping me, you know, make my website look so much better, but also helping me with like the different programs that I want to develop. Like one program I'm developing is called Move and Metaphor, which is about using movement practices to help spark your creativity. So getting pictures around that so people can kind of like understand what it is. And it's like a totally new idea that I'm working on and still developing right now, but it's going to be a program that I hope to launch maybe in the summer. We'll see, but yeah, it all goes towards, again, those long-term things that are on the vision board. And so next section is finances, and I only have one goal under finance, which I actually started from last week, which is no spending on unnecessary things in March. I started it from like mid-February when my credit card was like, girl, you need to calm down. You're being too loud. So from then, I've been trying not to spend on anything that's not like important, like rent, food, transportation. You know, those are things that it's like I have to pay for because I need to eat, I need to get around, and I need to live. But like smaller things that aren't as necessary, I'm trying to like lay off of that and not spend that extra money, and instead use that money to pay off like credit card debt and pay off like student loan debts, different things like that. So no spend March. That's my goal. And then going into the last section is I named it life. So this kind of like, you know, more has to do with my, I guess, spiritual practice and like yoga meditation things. So the first one is reignite my daily meditation practice. So I actually have started a daily journaling practice, but it's kind of like taken that space of my meditation practice. So when I usually meditate in the morning, now I'm journaling, but I still find it to be a meditative experience because I'm mindful of what I feel as I'm journaling. So it is a type of meditation, in my opinion, but also just taking some time of silence after I do that. I do occasionally, but just kind of being more mindful of that. And then my next one is find a yoga mentor, which also goes to the goal under that, which is work on handstand practice and be able to hold a handstand for 10 seconds without the wall. So I just kind of want a yoga mentor, not only for like the physical aspects like handstand and getting those more like advanced postures that would, you know, someone who can do them or is really proficient in teaching those would be able to help with, but also the spiritual aspects in yoga and being able to, you know, understand like yoga philosophy and stuff a little bit more. And yeah, I haven't really had a yoga mentor before. I just kind of read on my own or went online and like did my 200-hour, things like that. So I would like to just have like one mentor that I can talk to and learn from and, you know, be able to grow with. And my last one under life, which is so random, it's so like off from the other life ones, is try CrossFit. Because I do F45 right now and it's worked. This girl snatched and Hot Girl Summer is for reals. But I've always wanted to try CrossFit. It just seemed like really intense and really cool. And, you know, you see in my channel in the past, I'm into astrology. So as an Aries moon, it's something about it really speaks to me. Like I'm low-key competitive, or probably high-key competitive. High-key competitive, and just like, you know, the things that people find really toxic about CrossFit kind of interest me because I'm like, oh, it's really competitive and it's really intense. And I'm like, that's great. That's exactly what I want from a workout. So yeah, am I gonna be a toxic CrossFit bro? There's a possibility, but it's just something I want to try. So that's on the docket for in March. Just like one class. That's all I need. One class. And then, yeah, that's it. So again, the focus for this month is expansion, which a lot of the work things have to do with like reaching more people on YouTube or updating my personal site to like give me more exposure and more, you know, awareness of my personal brand and things like that, and give me more, you know, opportunities when people see my site because they understand more what I do and how I do it. And yeah, it's a really fun month. And, you know, I'm hopeful for spring because this winter has been so rude in Toronto. The worst winter since I've lived in Toronto. I used to wear running shoes in winter for the last 3 winters, except for this year. I was just like, child, this is so rude. It's so cold, and I've almost slipped on ice like 10 times, and it's just not my aesthetic. So, hoping for spring, hoping for warmer weather, and hoping, you know, to be able to reach all these fun goals this year. So, again, thank you for tuning in, whether you are returning or you're new. Just happy to meet you, happy to see you, and can't wait to give you more beautiful content. So, I'll see you in the rest of March. Have a good day. Bye.